Open it.
Wait, what is it?
Is that what I think it is?
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful.
Tell that be cool.
I'm gonna kill you!
Say be cool.
Be cool, honey.
Say be cool. Tell that chill.
Be cool, honey.
Chill that out.
Just chill out, honey bunny.
Chill.
Just chill out, honey bunny.
Be cool. That's what Donald Trump is telling everybody in a recent social media post, essentially saying to trust his plan, which I do, because the tariff plan is not just about the stock market, which again, you know, is owned 90%, 92% of the stock market roughly is owned by roughly 10% of Americans, mostly hedge fund managers and super rich people like Dave Portnoy. This is about bringing jobs back to America. It's about bringing manufacturing back to America. It's about opening other countries to American products via better tariff rates. Most people don't understand. They just look at the Dow or the NASDAQ because CNN tells them it matters. But the stock market is not super real life. The stock market will recover. And I get people who are retired and worrying, but I suspect the stock market will recover in the next 12 to 18 months, which it may even be sooner. It depends how quick these deals get done. Now, I will say, Trump keeps talking about 50 to 70 countries are all wanting to negotiate. Let's start rolling out some announcements of deals. Like, you know, like let's announce the deal with Japan. Let's announce the deal with, let's get stuff done. You know, push the big countries to the front of the line, work the deal with them, get it done, announce it. That'll relieve a lot of pressure on Wall Street and on people's own personal stress levels. Right now, who knows what's going on with the market? Everyone's in a holding pattern. Every time things get ratcheted up, they, you know, Trump increases stuff, people sell. The next day, everyone buys a dip. It's crazy. But a lot of people are proposing that the 104% tariffs on China are not even enough. On top of that, China's getting big mad. So now they're trying to humiliate Americans with this campaign, apparently, which is also hilarious, and much more in this video. So if you're having fun, enjoy the coverage, make sure to leave a like on it. I want to tell everyone, you can see unusual whales shared. Coffee in the U.S. may get even more expensive as President Donald Trump is sweeping tariff measures hit Vietnam, one of its biggest suppliers with hefty levies per fortune. I want to let everyone know, Coffee Brand Coffee will not be raising our prices. In fact, we just instituted a 15% across-the-board price decrease for everybody, for all of our product on Amazon. I'm asking you to give us some support today by picking up some of our K-Cups, some of our flavor coffees, some of our regular roast coffee, or your Mother's Day gift box. And most importantly, the minute you get it, please take a picture and come back, leave a review. We're up to 12 reviews on the Mother's Day gift box right now. We need that to be like 100. And I know they're shipping, like, look at this. I'm getting free next day delivery. So everything else, 15% off. I'll leave a link to our Amazon store. Please pick something up today and help support us by taking a picture and leaving a review after you get it. Chinese launch racist humiliation campaign mocking Trump's tariffs. A new AI-generated video believed to have been created by a Chinese TikToker depicts a depressing America under Donald Trump's tariffs. The video shows morbidly obese Americans in sweatshops and factories performing low-skilled labor with somber Chinese music playing in the background. Each, quote, American in the video looks depressed and exhausted, and the amount of labor feeding into the stereotypes of the nation's work ethic, exhausted by the amount of error, so calling us lazy. The clip fades out by taking a shot at Donald Trump's campaign slogan, saying, "Make America Great Again." The 32-second clip focuses on the stereotypical manufacturing jobs that have moved overseas in the past few decades, but could return to U.S. soil amid Trump's tariff frenzy. Insults like this went viral, not just with the Chinese, but also Democrats and leftists, spreading it among the tit-for-tat tariff fight between Washington and Beijing right now, both sides threatening the other with stiff fees on imported goods in recent days. Along with retaliatory tariffs, a war of words have broken out between U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance, claimed China's economy was fueled by peasants during an interview with Fox News last week. The humiliating video mocking Americans was posted on TikTok by a Chinaman. To this point, his TikTok has been fairly unused with only 1,000 followers and 3 others videos posted. Again, oh no. Oh, here it is. So this video has been viewed about 750,000 times, plus on Twitter many millions more. I think it's funny. I mean, I don't care. The fact that they're depressed, I mean, what's wrong with this work? This is an incredible self-own. Are the Chinese supposed to be like, is this supposed to be insulting? This is the work you do, idiots. This is it, like, you know, it's wild. By the way, half of this stuff will be done by Optimus robots in the near future. You know? And then here all the Chinese, why do they all look so upset? They have jobs now. They're supposed to be happy. Cool. This is your own, I mean, this is a spectacular self-own, morons. And by the way, this is only going to galvanize more Americans to be willing to take, like, these people don't understand Americans. Leftists who are spreading this on social media don't understand the American spirit because they don't have any. Americans are willing to knuckle down and work hard and build something great. That's why America's great. By the way, in whatever country that you're in, if you're in the UK or Canada or whatever, you probably feel the same way about your own countrymen and women, obviously. But I can tell you that trying to humiliate Americans like this, it's not going to work. This country was built by manufacturing jobs. This country won the war because of manufacturing. You know, this is stuff that is not going to end well. On Tuesday, Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson reacted to Vance's comments, saying, "It's both astonishing and lamentable to hear the vice president make such ignorant and disrespectful comments." Oh, sorry, I'm so dishonorable. Okay. I'm so sorry, we're so dishonorable. Like, get out of here. Get out of here. Don't care. Don't care. America can, and the idea that, like, oh my God, only China can provide this type of labor is a lie that left-wing media is spreading because they want you to panic. That's the truth. There is 1 million people that can do this work in about 10 different countries, 20 different countries. Apple has already moved a big chunk of their iPhone production to India. And when I pointed that out on Twitter, leftoids were in my comments, or bots from China were like, nuh-uh, they're just making them in China and shipping them to India. Even though the article itself said that they were moving 35% or whatever, 25% of their production to India to help circumvent the tariffs. These factories, you know, if everyone wants to call this work so quote-unquote low-skilled, there are empty factory buildings everywhere in India and Honduras and Vietnam and any other country that's willing to take American dollars. China doesn't have to be that. There is no shortage of countries willing to work for American manufacturers across the globe where we can get very affordable labor. Even today, you look at the stock market, the NASDAQ is up slightly. The Dow is down slightly. I would expect, like, until there's a major, like, announcement, it's going to stay, like, up or down 1% to 2% every day. And if it's bad news at the end of the day, there'll be sell-offs. That'll be a good buy time for people. That's what happens. Like, that's why it goes up early, is people are buying the dip at the end of the day. And then it goes up and then it goes down because people are like, oh, I made a little bit of money, sell off. And then, you know, this is just the game that's going on right now. Kevin O'Leary is proposing something that I get behind. Listen to what Kevin O'Leary had to say.
But Kevin, he said there's a lot of deals that they're literally kissing his ass, was the phrase he used, you know, very eloquently. Where are the deals?
104% tariffs in China are not enough. I'm advocating 400%. I do business in China. They don't play by the rules. They've been in the WTO for decades. They have never abided by any of the rules they agreed to when they came in. That's the World Trade Organization. Decades. Yep. They cheat, they steal IP. I can't litigate in their courts. They take product, technology, they steal it, they manufacture it, and sell it back here.
Yep. as a competitor.
Never
Did
has an
Americans
administration.
withstand 400% tariffs? What would that
I
look
want
like?
Xi on an airplane to Washington
Correct.
to level the playing field. It's just not about tariffs anymore. Nobody has taken on China yet, not the Europeans, no administration for decades. As someone who actually does business there, I've had enough. I speak for millions of Americans.
He's very right. And to be honest, it's like ripping off a Band-Aid. Like, are we going to do this tit for tat, 10% here, 10% there, 20%? No, just take it to 500% and be done with it. Either have your economy collapse or come to the table. Don't give them something that they can, devalue their own currency like they're doing, devalue the yuan to deal with inflation. Don't even give them that opportunity. Put it at a number that they just have to, like Kevin O'Leary says, he has to get on a plane.
Who have IP that have been stolen by the Chinese. I have nothing against the Chinese people. They brought great
Me neither.
literacy, art, and tech to the world. The government cheats and steals, and finally, an administration, you may not like Trump, you may not like his style or his rhetoric, finally, an administration that puts up and says enough. 400% tariffs tomorrow morning.
I agree.
He'll tell you why. Xi can only stay the supreme leader if people are employed. If we wipe out any business there, because we are still 39% of all consumables on Earth and 25%.
Think about that. 39% of all consumables on Earth. China needs America.
5% of the world's GDP. America is the #1 economy on Earth with all the cards. We will not have that forever. It's time to squeeze Chinese heads into the wall.
Love it.
Now.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Go to 500%, but give American businesses a 100% tax credit for the amount paid in tariffs. That's actually a good idea. That's a good idea. 420% will be better. This is like, China retaliating with the 84% retaliatory. It seems like the market isn't really taking that too seriously, is it? I mean, the markets, again, yesterday, there were a lot of people eating crow because they're like, oh, look at the market. And then by the end of the day, it tanked. But I mean, this is part of it. So make it a deal that has to put his rear end on a plane. And let's get something done that's works for both sides. I don't have any problem doing work in China. But everything what Kevin O'Leary says and how they cheat and steal our IP, everyone's known that. We just accept it because of cheap stuff. Well, now they're going to call every American fat and lazy. So let's just see how lazy we are. I agree. Trump saying, be cool. That's what people need to do. Not panic. Be cool. Hold their stocks. If you're in a good liquid position, people should be waiting for the bottom or getting as close to the bottom as they can and lowering their dollar cost averages. That's the first step to understanding stocks, by the way. Keeping your dollar cost averages under control, taking opportunities to lower it at all times so that you can always try to lower the price at which you own the stock. That's what I've been doing. Look, Rumble took a huge dump yesterday. I moved money out of my retirement and lowered my dollar cost average from 702 to from 715 to 690 or 670 or something like that, 695 or something, 15 cents. But you know what? Goes back, you know what I mean? Bigger moves like Tesla, where I had a $60 price gap, moved money in there because, I'm still at $300 per share is what I've paid. It's trading at $220. I put $5,000 in. I lowered my dollar cost average down from 300 to $285. Next time I get paid, I'll keep moving it down so that I keep owning it at less and less. And if that's that's a move. Otherwise, being cool is the next best move. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you'll be cool to your mother or wife and pick up a Mother's Day gift box. And if you don't want to get that, at least go to the Coffee Brand Coffee store, pick up one of our K-Cups, our flavored coffee, our unflavored coffee, and most importantly, come back and leave a review. We want to get to 1,000 verified reviews. We're at 867 now on our K-Cups and 850 on our ground coffee. So we're getting there. Moving right along. We're coming for Bones Coffee. That's who I want. That's who my B is right now. Bones Coffee. I think our coffee's better than theirs. They've had to put everything on sale since we went on sale. I'm coming for them. You see they have 4,000 reviews. I want to get to at least 1,000. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like on it. We'll talk to you again real soon.